Well, good evening and welcome to the Tennessee Virtual College Fair. We're glad you've joined us tonight. Our presentation tonight will take a 6x6 format, which means that our 6 colleges will have 6 minutes each to present. If you have questions at any time during the presentation, please use the Q&A button, which you can find at the bottom of your screen. You can ask questions during each presentation, or certainly if you've got any sort of burning question you want to ask now before the presentation start, you may do that as well. Since this is a webinar, as an attendee, your camera and your microphone are off, so our presenters cannot see you or hear you. This is our last session of the Virtual College Fair, so while you can't sign up for any future sessions, you certainly can go back and review any of the ones that have come before by viewing those recordings on the TACRO website. Those should be, the ones from tonight should be available tomorrow, but any that have come before us are available now. So again, thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and kick it off with Sewanee, the University of the South.
Thank you, Julie. My name is Faith, and I am your admission counselor from Swannee, the University of the South. I will go ahead and begin sharing my screen. So Swannee is located in Swannee, Tennessee, which is about 45 minutes away from Chattanooga. We are an hour and a half away from Nashville, 2 hours from Atlanta, and about 6 hours away from St. Louis. So we are in the perfect area in Middle East Tennessee in a way. So we are a liberal arts school. And the unique part about Swannee is we actually have several names that you may know us by. So our affectionate name is Swannee, but our formal name is University of the South. We're also located on top of a mountain, so you will hear us be called the Mountain. And probably most notorious, we're also referred to as the Domain, and that's because we have 13,000 acres here. So we have over 50 miles of hiking trail, 14 lakes, and 9 caves just on campus. We are a liberal arts school, so we focus a lot in the humanities and a lot in theater. However, we do have STEM programs for you as well. Another dynamic of us is we are an Episcopal school. So you do not have to be Episcopal affiliated to attend Swannee. However, there is that religious component attached to it. So as you're looking at our majors, we do have 38 programs and 44 minors for you to choose from when you get to Swannee. About 66% of the students will major and minor, and about 14% of the students will double major. So as you are looking at these programs here, just keep in mind that the 1 asterisk means that there's an option for you to major and minor in that program, and the double asterisks mean that you can only minor. So as you're looking at these programs and thinking, well, gosh, when I get to Swannee, what the heck am I going to major in? No one will be asking that question in the admission process. We're going to be asking you what you're interested in. So you actually don't declare your major until after your 2nd semester of your sophomore year at Swannee. You will be advised by a professor, which we have about 160 full-time professors here, who will assist you in navigating what you may want to study when you actually become a student at Swannee. The student body is around 1,700, so your classroom sizes will be fairly small. We have a student to faculty ratio 10:1. Classroom size average is around 17. So yes, there is a possibility that your classes could be as less of 5 or maybe even 3. So know that if you're looking at maybe going into the medical field, business, law, education, or engineering, we do have pre-professional programs for you to get involved in. If you have any questions about those, I'm happy to answer those in the chat. Some dynamics of Swannee before I get into the actual application process. Know that we actually offer you an opportunity to study abroad at no additional tuition cost, which means that your financial aid is portable in going to Germany or Spain or South America. So you won't have to spend any more money to study abroad as if you were sitting inside of a classroom at Swannee. Second, we provide funding for an internship or research opportunity. So know if you find that internship maybe in Wyoming or California or Texas, know that you won't have to worry about transportation, living expenses, or how to get to that place. Career Services will provide funding for that opportunity for you. And second, we will ensure that you will graduate in 4 years with at least 1 major. So the natural average is anywhere between 5 and 6 years at a 4-year college to graduate. So we will make sure that you will get out of here in 4 years. Now, the application process is pretty simple. As you can read, we are located on the Common App only, and it is free to apply, and it will always be free to apply. And we are also a test optional school. So we have been test optional for over 10 years now. So if you decide to apply with your test scores or not, that will not affect your review of admission or in your scholarship regimen review either. Our average GPA is around a 3.74. Again, that is an average, so you don't have to have that 3.74 to be admissible, but just keep that in mind. Our average test score is a 28 to a 30. Demonstrated interest weighs really heavy in our review process. We want to make sure that you are just as engaged in us as we are in you. We are now open for campus visitors for seniors only. So if you are a class of 21, we are open for campus visitors. You would just go on our website to the visit webpage. We also demonstrate a review of your extracurricular activities along with your college essay and your recommendation letters as well. We want to make sure that you are who you say you are. So now I'm going to get to some Swanee-isms kind of quickly, just to get you more familiar with Swanee a little bit if you've never heard of us before. So like I said, we are an Episcopal affiliated school. So if you have never seen our chapel, which is called All Saints, it is probably the staple of campus. So you can Google it, but most importantly, you can come and see it for yourself. This is a photo of our Vice Chancellor, who is our newly installed Vice Chancellor, who is Vice Chancellor Brigady, and he also serves as Swanee Town Mayor. Next is the Swannee Angel. This is probably one of the longest traditions that we have on campus. It is said that angels have dwelled on the domain prior to humans dwelling on the domain. So once you leave campus, leave through these gates, you are to tap the roof of your car, and that is to summon your Swannee Angel to protect you. When you come back to the domain, you tap the roof of your car once again, and that will release your angel back to campus. The gown is the longest standing tradition on campus. The gown is an academic honor society. So if you've maintained a consecutive GPA for a certain amount of semesters, then you are then gowned. So yes, that is a verb for us. So students will wear this gown on campus tours, in classes, or just anywhere. So you can see that the young lady on the right-hand side has had her gown passed down for several years. The honor code is a promise that you make to the university that is your way of saying that you commit yourself to not lie, cheat, or steal while you were here. And that also shapes the person that you are once you actually leave the domain. So yes, this is a very important aspect of your Swanee career. McClurg is our dining hall on campus. We do have an executive chef that creates menus for all students, faculty, and staff, and he emails that menu out to everyone. This is a photo of pop-up Clerg. So we do have dining hall tents across campus serving mahi tacos that are pictured, along with other opportunities as well. I'm going to skip over this, and I'm also going to touch on YSR. So YSR you probably see above my shoulder, and that is our Yay Swanee's Right. So that's our passing hello. That is our acknowledgement of the community and inviting you into the community. So it's like our family, hey, how are you? So I hope to see you on campus, and hopefully we can yell YSR at you as well.
Thanks so much, Faith. Our next presentation is from East Tennessee State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lily. I am an admissions counselor for ETSU. So we'll just go ahead and we will begin. So what we're going to be talking about today is a brief overview of our academics, how to become a Buccaneer, residential and campus life, and then our tuition and fees. So why should you choose ETSU? Well, we're located in Johnson City, Tennessee, and we're also an affordable Division I public university that houses nearly 15,000 students. We're not too big and we're not too small, so at this size, you can expect access to the resources and opportunities that larger universities have, while also maintaining a small campus feel with an average classroom size of 23 students and a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. We have 10 different colleges with 150 different academic programs. I'm not going to talk about all of our colleges today, but some highlights of our programs would be our highly accredited business program, which ranks in the top 5% of all business schools in the world, to our health science focused programs, which we have more comprehensive health science programs than almost any other school in the US. We also have a nationally ranked teachers education program, and we offer the top computer science and largest nursing program in the state of Tennessee. So there's going to be tons of options for you all here at ETSU. Our admissions process and our requirements. So first, we're all about access here at ETSU, which is why we decided to go test optional for the fall 2021 academic year. So you can see that for requirements, you need a 2.3 GPA or a 19 on the ACT or SAT comparable. We also require that our high school students take 16 specific high school credits. This would include like your English, your math, science, foreign language, and things like that. And then if you want to kind of view what our requirements are and what specific classes, then you can just go on our admissions page. And so now you're thinking about applying to ETSU. So your first step is going to be filling out that online application by going to etsu.edu/apply. And then once you put in all of your information, there's going to be a $25 application fee that you'll need to submit. And then after you submit your application, you'll just need to get in contact with your high school or high school counselor and ask them to send your transcripts to ETSU. They can either email it, send it through postage mail, or through any electronic service. And then if you decide to take the ACT or SAT, then you'll just need to get in contact with the testing service and then have them send your test scores to us. And once we receive everything, then we'll be able to review for admittance. So housing, we offer 10 different residence halls with 5 different styles. As of now, we do not require our freshmen to live on campus, and everyone is allowed their own personal vehicle, and there's not going to be an additional fee or anything like that. If you want to live on campus, there is going to be a separate application that you're going to need to fill out from just your traditional admissions application. And then if you want to live on campus, but more specifically with students who are interested in the same program as you, then we do offer 9 different living learning communities for freshmen. And this is going to be an additional application from your housing application. And you'll just find that on our housing website. And then if you choose a traditional style residence hall and you purchase our 7-day silver level meal plan, then you're going to be looking at about $8,900 per academic year. So it can be really affordable if you choose to live on campus. And just a fun fact, we really encourage our students to get involved on campus. And one way you can do that is by living in a residence hall. And 35% of our students who live on campus do make the dean's list every year. As I mentioned, we want our students to get involved on campus, and one would be a residence hall, but you could also join our student organizations or clubs. Outside of the classroom, we do offer over 250 different student organizations, and we have 19 different Division I sports. With all of our games, you can get into them for free by just showing your ETSU ID card. And then we have student organizations that ranges from, fraternity and sorority life to academic clubs, honor societies, and things like that. And you can even start your own club. And then we have our pre-college experiences, which would be our preview, which is a pre-college experience the weekend before classes start. And then we have our ETSU 1020 and Health 1350 classes that offer our bigs. So our tuition here at ETSU, you're looking about $9,500 per academic year. And then previously I mentioned that housing price about $8,900. So you would be looking at $18,000 and $19,000 per academic year at ETSU. ETSU can be really affordable. 92% of our students do receive some sort of financial assistance. And some options for financial assistance would be our academic performance scholarship, which is a merit-based award that's contingent on your GPA and ACT score. Our honors college, which is also requiring a GPA and ACT score. We have our general scholarships and departmental scholarships, which are endowment scholarships that are based on GPA or ACT or SAT scores. And then we have our ETSU Promise Plus program, which is a last dollar scholarship that's based on if you're receiving the Tennessee Hope Scholarship and Max Pell eligibility, then you would be coming to ETSU, your tuition will be covered. And if you're interested in visiting campus, we are offering in-person tours Monday through Friday, 4 times a day. And we even have some tours on Saturday. So feel free to go to etsu.edu/visit to sign up for a tour in person. And then we also have it where you can visit campus virtually as well by going to etsu.university-tour.com. If you all have any questions, feel free to contact me by emailing me at fowlerlg@etsu.edu. You can also text or call me at 423-301-5483. And then feel free to follow us on social media and go to that etsu.edu/admissions page. Thank you all so much for letting me present today. Godspeed and go Bucks.
Thanks, Lily. Our next presenter is from Union University.
Hey everyone, my name is Bailey Bell. I'm also an admissions counselor here at Union. And kind of the format of my time tonight is I will just talk directly to you guys for a few minutes, kind of giving you a brief overview of who we are and what we're about here at Union. And then after that, I will share my screen and kind of walk you through what makes Union unique and kind of the next steps. So if you're not familiar with Union, if you've never heard of us before, we are a private Christian liberal arts school, and we're located in Jackson, Tennessee. So we're about an hour east of Memphis. We're about 2 hours west of Nashville, right in between those two. If you're not familiar with us, we are an academically rigorous, faith-integrated school. We have over 100 different majors and minors that you can pick from. So you got a lot of variety and breadth and depth to our academic programs of study. And here at Union, we're really intentional about small individual style classrooms. So we have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. here at Union. And why that's beneficial for you as a student is that means you're going to get a lot of individual instruction, a lot of personal interaction with your faculty members, which can go a whole lot farther in more of a collaborative learning style than maybe a traditional lecture hall. Also, our average ACT for incoming freshman class that's here this year was a 26, and then the average GPA for those students is a 3.8. Also, another kind of nice perk about Union is we have the 5th ranked dorms in the nation. So every student receives their own private bedroom all 4 years on campus. So that's another large part of our residential campus experience. Also, one of the things I think students would use the word community to describe Union the most. So when you think about a school like Union, know that you're coming to a school that's not just academically rigorous or very committed to their Christian foundation, but there is a strong sense of community on campus. So we have about 3,000 total students. About 2,000 of those students are undergraduate students. In terms of like what majors or minors might be most popular, nursing is our #1 degree. We're actually rated as the #1 Christian nursing school in the country, as well as the #1 Christian visual arts school in the country. So if you're interested in digital media, graphic design, doing those areas of study in a Christian environment, Union is the #1 Christian school you can do those at. We have 4 core values that really shape who we are. And so that's what I'll spend the rest of the time sharing my screen tonight, going through. And so the 4 core values here at Union, the first one is being excellence driven. And so now that I've given you kind of a brief overview of who we are, getting specific in how this affects your day-to-day life at Union is being excellence driven is going to start first and foremost in the classroom. You're coming to a school that is academically excellent, and you're going to be pushed and stretched in ways you probably never experienced before. And that's such a good thing. That's what makes our program so robust. So know that you're coming to a school that is very committed to academic rigor. You're going to be excellence driven in the classroom. The second core value is being Christ-centered. And this means so much more to us than just offering religion courses and having chapel, but this is incorporating our faith across all of the disciplines and all of the areas of study. So most of the time students find us because they're looking for a school that is academically rigorous and is very true to their Christian identity. And so that's how Union has really differentiated itself over the years in having students that are kind of naturally drawn to Union, is being that academically rigorous, Christ-centered school. So that's our second core value. Our third core value is being people-focused. And like I mentioned in the kind of the brief overview, we have a 10-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio here at Union. So you could very much be in a class just like this, sitting in one of our coffee shops on campus, literally at a round table or a small table like this, having a conversation with your professor. And just think about how much farther that discussion goes than potentially a lecture hall. So this is how we approach education here at Union. So people focus, that's our third core value. And then finally, our fourth core value is being future directed. And I love this picture because it gives you a little bit of an aerial view of campus, but it also shows you our graduation that takes place on our great lawn here on campus. Here at Union, we not only just want you to come here and have a great 4-year experience, but we want you to be prepared to go out into your vocation or your field of calling where you feel like God has called you to be, to make a difference in the kingdom. So those are our 4 core values here at Union. The last piece of information I want to share with you guys is our application process and kind of what your next steps are. So the first thing you would need to do is go to u.edu/apply, fill out the application. After that point, we'll need your official high school transcripts and then test scores. We take ACT, SAT, or the CLT. We'll need your FAFSA in order to complete your financial aid package. 100% of our incoming freshmen this past year received financial aid. After that point, you'll receive a financial aid award package, and then you're eligible to pay your deposit to come to Union. This fall, we are open for campus visits, so we would love for you to come see us here on campus in Jackson, Tennessee. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bailey. Our next presenter tonight is from Tusculum University.
Hi there, everybody. My name is Steve Schultz, and I'm the admissions counselor here at Tusculum University. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Tusculum University is Tennessee's first college. We are the oldest school in Tennessee, celebrating 226 years this year. Just a little bit more about us, what makes us a little bit more unique than other schools. We are what's called a civic and liberal arts university. Civic arts meaning we focus heavily on your activity within the community, not just community service and projects and things like that, but knowing how a community operates, knowing what a school board does, and knowing how to actually be part of the change that you want to see in your communities. It's a huge part of who we are and what we do. As you see here on the screen, we had over 69,000 community service hours last year by our students. That is all the more impressive because we only have about 1,400 students on our campus. So we require about 8 hours per student. They average more than 3 times that every year. One of the other, we are up in Greenville, Tennessee, so most of you do know where we are. If you've never been up in our area, I strongly recommend you come visit. There's a lot of great schools here, first of all, but also it's a gorgeous area. And we're about an hour from Asheville, an hour from Knoxville, half an hour from Johnson City. So there's plenty to do around here. And it's just a really special place to be from. But that being said, we are one of the best value schools in the entire nation. Last year, we were rated 12th best bang for your buck, in fact, in the entire country. And they base that off of our average cost of attendance versus our average starting salary, which is one of the highest average starting salaries of any school in the South. Every single one of our students receives some kind of financial aid. If you're from Tennessee, we do accept Tennessee Promise money. We accept Tennessee Hope and General Assembly Merit and all those good scholarships the state offers you. And then in addition to that, we have our own merit-based scholarships at Tusculum. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about applying later, but this year we are test optional like so many other schools. But taking the test does really help your scholarship amount. You don't have to take the test before you apply. You can take the test in August and we'll accept those scores and use those for your application and use those for your scholarships. So you can apply without test scores right now. We are a very diverse student body. We have students from over 38 states and actually 36 different countries now. I've had a busy week accepting students, but we have a very, very diverse student body. You're going to meet people from all over the world when you come to Tusculum. And again, we're a very, very small campus, so you can't help but meet them all. We are an NCAA school. We're NCAA Division II, so we can offer scholarships in those things as well as scholarships in cheerleading and band. Now, I will go ahead and let you know, I can't do anything with those scholarships. You have to go onto our website and find our coaches and talk to them about scholarships for athletics and cheerleading and band and things like that. We are, again, a very, very small school. This 1,720 includes all of our graduate students because we do offer master's programs as well. So we are a small private university, but we do have a whole lot of different offerings, including over 50 different majors and minors. You can see them all here. It's what a lot of liberal arts schools offer. We do have an independent program of study as well, meaning if you do not see your major on this list, you are welcome to name your own, as long as we have the classes that can fit. And that especially helps students who want to go into things like engineering or law, and you need a pre-engineering degree to get into graduate school. And again, we have one of the few museum studies programs in the country, and then all the major courses of study you would expect out of a liberal arts university. Now, our classes are very small. Our average class size is between 12 to 15 students. Our biggest class on campus last year had 28 students in it. So you will definitely get that one-on-one attention. So in addition to that attention from your professor, we also do require internships. So you will be able to, if you want, have up to 3 years worth of internships under your belt when you graduate. And it's because of that focus that we are the #1 school in East Tennessee for career placement. So over 90% of our graduates have full-time careers within 10 years of graduating. And that's a huge focus for us. And it's very important that we help you not only be successful in your job and your career, but also as you are a valuable member of your community as you leave. And we'll follow you, we'll find out where you went, and we'll try and help place you in these different locations. So we have alumni in all kinds, in DC working for the government, in Oak Ridge, Tennessee Titans, and the 2019 National Book of the Year for Poetry Award winner was a Tusculum graduate. So we will help you succeed no matter your major. It is a big part of what we do. I will also go ahead and just give you a little bit of advice right now. We don't have deadlines at Tusculum. So if you are finding yourself especially stressed out at this time of year, trying to figure out what's going on, how to apply and all these things, you're welcome to apply to us. Our application is always going to be free. And you can just go to our website, tusculum.edu. You can sign up there to take a campus tour, come to visit on campus. Our visits are also free. Monday through Friday, we will give you a tour. You will have to wear a mask the whole time, but otherwise you can take a tour. And you can also apply on our website. And so it's no application fee, nor is there an essay. Once you've applied, we'll try and make a decision based just off your high school GPA. If you have test scores, great, those will help. If you don't, no worries. We can take your test scores, like I said, up till the time you enroll at Tusculum. In addition to all of that, when you are accepted and you have decided that Tusculum is going to be your next home, our deposit's only $25. And that money actually then goes directly into your account to use at our on-campus Chick-fil-A, if that's what you want to do with it. So good luck, everybody. You guys have been through so much the past year, and you are definitely, hopefully bound for great, great things. And I thank y'all very much for your time.
Thanks so much, Steve. Our next presenter is Mary Catherine from Tennessee Wesleyan.
Hi, everybody. Give me just a second to share my screen with y'all. All right, so I'm with Tennessee Wesleyan University. This is just an overshot of our campus so you can get an idea of what size we are. We have about 1,100 students on our campus, so we are a small university, and that does include our graduate programs as well, that 1,100 number. So just a brief overview of some of our top majors and what you're looking at as far as academic programs and job placement and things like that. We have over 60 academic programs that you can choose from, small classes, which I know everybody says that, but we do have a 12-to-1 student-teacher ratio. We cap our classes at 45 people, but they can range anywhere from one person if you decide to do individualized studies while you're here, which I did decide to do, and they're a lot of fun, up to 45 students, and our average being 17. 99% of our full-time students receive financial assistance, as you can see there, but actually that includes our graduate program, and 100% of our undergraduate full-time freshmen do receive some form of institutional aid. Student life on campus is pretty awesome. We have 5 residence halls for you guys to choose from. We actually just recently opened one up this year called Miller Hall. It is an apartment resident hall. And then, of course, our traditional female, male resident halls as well, if you would prefer to stay in an all-female or all-male resident hall. We have over 30 student organizations. We do have Greek life on campus, don't worry. We are a religious institution, so we are Methodist affiliated. So that means we have chapel, but you don't have to go to chapel. It's completely optional, but the support is there if you would like it. And we do, of course, have religious organizations on our campus as well. Our Collins Campus Center just opened up in 2018, so it is brand new. With a ton of things in there for us. The Student Success Center is probably one of the more important things in our Collins Campus Center, alongside our gaming center and individual study areas. But our Student Success Center is grant funded, and we have success coaches that are there to help you specifically figure out how to transition well into college. And if you're struggling, they can help you figure out a study schedule and see if there's any way that we can get you on the right track. And of course, we have our TW 101 orientation class as well that first semester to help acclimate you to college life. We also have our Thunder Fitness Complex. I really like to talk about this because when I started at Wesleyan, we did not have an on-campus fitness center, and our student government Association actually did a petition to get one on campus, and lo and behold, 4 years later, we had one. So that's something that's really awesome. And that was a process that we had to fundraise for, not us, but the school itself, not the students, fundraised for, and did wind up getting that for our students. So that's a story I always like to tell because it shows just how involved our president of the university is on our campus. He really listens to things that we need and things of that nature. We also have campus nurse and mental health support on Wesleyan's campus. So if you are curious about any of that, then you can drop a question in the Q&A and I'll be more than happy to answer it. But it's pretty basic. Our nurse is part-time on campus Monday through Friday. And we are doing COVID-19 testing on our campus to make sure that we keep everyone healthy. We're actually very proud of the fact that we currently only have 3 cases on campus. So we've been doing really well with maintaining that. So your steps are going to be, of course, to hopefully come to campus. We do have on-campus visits right now. They are request only, so you'll need to get in contact with us through phone or email. You can't sign up for them online. We do have a preview day, Experience Wesleyan, coming up on Halloween if you are interested in coming to that. It'll be Halloween morning, so don't worry. You can still go hang out with your family, maybe stay indoors and have any fun Halloween small activities that you'll enjoy. And so hopefully come on campus, check us out, see if you're interested in coming, and then submit an application. We do have a free application and there's no essay. We're doing test optional as well for the fall 2021 school year. So if you have at least a 2.75 GPA or a 2.5 GPA with a personal letter and letters of recommendation, then you do qualify for a test optional policy and we'll evaluate you on a more individualized basis. Oh, excuse me, but those are our minimum requirements. Our average GPA is a 3.33 and our average ACT is a 22. So just to put that out there. We also detail on the slide the academic committee process. So if you don't meet one of our minimums, but you meet at least one, then we can do an individualized look at your file and make sure that we're giving everybody the chance that we can, because we know not everyone is the best test taker, things of that nature. And we do have rolling admissions. So there is no finalized to admissions deadlines or anything like that. The only thing to keep in mind is our full tuition scholarship, which starts at a 4.0 GPA and a 30 on the ACT. Deadline is in December. Super quick. Here's tuition and aid. Like I said, 100% get tuition and aid for our full-time undergraduate students. And you can find all of this information on our website. Just go to our page and you can actually calculate it through the True Cost calculator. And then here is my contact information. So like I said, we're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. So if you want to come visit us, then definitely give us a holler. But I always say take a screenshot and you'll be able to contact us that way. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And our final presenter tonight is Trevecca University.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I appreciate the opportunity here to share with you all. Going to get my presentation going here. All right. So Trevecca, we are located here in downtown Nashville, a four-year liberal arts school. And so we have been very excited with the number of applicants coming in for fall 2021 enrollment. We are currently test optional. And so students are working to reach admit status now, either solely based on the GPA or through the submission of the GPA and the test score. And so we do help students through the scholarship awarding process. We do SuperScore for academic scholarship processes, and we do accept ACT scores up through the April national test date. So scholarship awarding and timeline really kicks off in late October, early November, when FAFSAs are linking up to accounts. And so we do strive to personalize the experience. We do believe we can be an affordable option for families when they meet us in the middle and work with us through processes and really see the valued investment for Christian higher education at the university. We do feature over 90 academic programs here on campus, math and science and business and music, bringing in a lot of our traditional undergraduate students. Lots of internship opportunities here on campus, smaller classroom size, and lots of opportunities for more hands-on research for undergraduate students, particularly within the Department of Math and Science, for students looking to have some really important and relevant information to put on a resume as they prepare to apply for various graduate schools. Here you can see just a variety of places that students have completed internships or started working post their bachelor degree here in the Nashville area. We've seen some great success in our accounting program through the School of Business and Technology in recent years. We're currently 4th overall in terms of the highest CPA exam pass rate in Tennessee and ranked in the top 20 nationally in that regard. Our biology students are heavily involved in cancer research, biomedical technology research. And the last 3 graduating classes, we've had 100% med school placement. And so we're very proud of that.
Mhm.
Physics and engineering internship and job placement has been successful. We had a student doing really neat internship at NASA this past summer, and we're seeing students, get into some really good PhD programs, including some Ivy League schools post bachelor degree graduation. Music and education have always been strong for us as well. We've got some students touring currently with some well-known national artists. And then we always strive to capitalize on being here in Nashville for our music business students to kind of get them connected to some aspect of the industry here that they can really thrive in. Education, definitely one of the programs that we've been known for in terms of having educators kind of scattered throughout Middle Tennessee with our bachelor degree program leading into, master's and doctorate level opportunities as well. So on campus, we are NCAA Division II, 15 teams competing in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. Multiple club sports on campus, ultimate frisbee, ice hockey, to name a few. The Purple and White Club really show their kind of school spirit, turning out to home games, really great crowds, soccer, basketball, volleyball games. We also have intramural sports as well for students not quite looking for that full play schedule of an NCAA athlete, but sports a big part of campus and recreation. We believe we have a lot of fun here. We do believe the Trevecca experience is a little more structured per se than some experiences that students may consider along the way, but the structure is just meant to eliminate distractions and not to rob you of having fun. So we believe that throughout fall, spring semesters, whether it's on campus or in Nashville, students are a part of that community and enjoying the college experience, starting with Welcome Week and leading up into the completion of the spring semester in May. And so lastly, I'll say visit options. We are here daily for in-person visit options. We've had great success with all of our visitors coming on campus this fall in terms of helping them have a safe and healthy experience. And so we've got an in-depth experience Trevecca Day, a preview day coming up on Saturday, November the 14th. We just completed one back on October the 17th. And so if you're looking for just a real in-depth, interactive visit opportunity, we certainly would love to host prospective students and families on campus for our preview day here in just a few short weeks. So so that's going to do it that's going to do it for my time. I really appreciate the opportunity to share tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thanks to all of our panelists. We do have a little bit of time left tonight. So if all of my panelists could turn their cameras and their microphones back on, I want to do a quick round robin question. We do have a couple of students who have stuck with us to the end, so good job, guys. And so this is your bonus for staying with us. Panelists, if we could go in the same order that you presented and just give these students one piece of advice for their college search. So we'll go ahead and start with Faith.
So my motto that I live by is closed mouths don't get fed. So if you keep your mouth shut and you never say anything to anyone, we're not going to know what you need. So you have got to talk to us. The only way you're going to navigate through life or through this admission process, because it is so confusing, is to ask a question. Don't worry about the question being dumb. You just have to open your mouth and say it. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Awesome. Lily, how can you help these students?
So I would just recommend that you all go out and visit campus. A lot of our schools are offering in-person tours still. Get some fresh air. Normally, whenever you come to campus, you're going to know it's the place for you. It's going to feel like home to you. So just go out and visit campus.
Bailey, any wise words of advice? Apparently not. How about Steve? What do you have for us?
Well, those are good. Definitely ask all the questions and definitely go visit. I will say make best friends with your guidance counselor. They know way more than anybody gives them credit for. And they're in touch with us all the time. They know all about the scholarships in your area. And I would definitely make sure that they're on your rotation of people to visit almost every day while you're in school. But and otherwise, have fun with it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Enjoy getting to know weird people like me and everybody else you're seeing on the screen right now.
Absolutely. So Mary Catherine, how about you?
What I always tell students is always shoot high. Don't ever sell yourself short or think, oh, I'm never going to get into that school. Definitely, if you're really interested and serious about going somewhere, always apply, because the worst thing that's going to happen is they're going to tell you no. So definitely apply. And I think you would be shocked at just how far you can push yourself if you just put yourself out there for it.
And Jared, bring it home. What do you got?
All right. Well, I like Lily's campus visit. Definitely, I think just putting yourself on the community environment, can answer a lot of questions within you. But also would like to add, whatever limitation might hold you back in the beginning, I would just encourage you to go through the motions, get things turned in, affordability, whatever roadblock you think would prevent you from even having a chance at whatever school comes to be a part of your short list. Go through the motions, turn in what the admission rep needs from you, and see what happens. A lot of times students are pleasantly surprised by just turning things in and seeing what happens as an end result.
Fantastic. And Bailey, do you have any advice for these students who have stuck with us to the end here?
Yeah, sorry, I was having, my camera was going in and out. I couldn't hear you
totally
guys.
Fine. We got worried. We thought, alien abduction or something.
No. So my biggest piece of advice is when you're on campus, that's going to give you the most real feel of what a school is like. And so getting on every campus that you're interested in, I think that is absolutely key. And so even if that's not Union, just go visit the schools you're interested in.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I know right now, it is hard to get on campuses, and certainly sometimes it's even a little scary, given the situation in the world. So all of us have some sort of virtual tour on our websites. By all means, take those and really absorb everything those schools are saying, just like you were there in person, because we'll highlight the things we think are important about our institutions, and it's up to you as students to really kind of say, does that fit who I am and who I want to be? So panelists, thank you so much for everything that you shared tonight, for giving these students there's some great advice. I just want to finish this off by saying that there will be a real quick survey once you finish. So please take the time to answer those 4 questions to help us out as we plan future events. This was the last session tonight, so there are no more sessions to sign up for, but certainly all of the sessions from the entire virtual college fair are available on the TACRO website. So go ahead and check those out. Panelists, again, thank you for your time. Everyone, be well and have a good evening.
Wash your hands.